Hello everybody and welcome to the first ever PW 2K Gaming YouTube video. This is a new channel starting up that will feature tons of NBA 2K rebuilds and other fun experiments within the franchise. Now to get us started today, we are going to take a look at the Washington Wizards and try our best to realistically rebuild this roster to contend for a championship in 3 to 4 years, if not sooner. So let's take a look at these Wizards. So the first thing to notice about this roster for the 2018-19 season is the change that they made at the center position. Dwight came in after being bought out by the Nets, traded from the Hornets to the Nets, now is on the Wizards. If you look at that contract, I think it's going to be high for the first year, and then it'll decrease. Yeah, so it's $23.5 million for this year, for the 2017 year. But if this were the new game, it would start at 5.3. But because it's a year before, it's going to be 23. And if you keep looking down, they traded Gortat to the Clippers for Austin Rivers. That contract, 11 and 12, isn't terrible for what you're getting from Austin Rivers. Good shooter, good playmaker off the bench, especially because you have these two guards. He will never start for us unless we make a trade with one of these two guys. If we look at the salaries, the way that I like to do it actually is if you go to player contracts and you go by overall, it kind of puts your perspective and your priorities in order. So, for example, 89 overall for John Wall, not even close to our highest contract, at least for the next 2 seasons. That will bump up in 1920. We will see if we want to keep him around that long. He will be 30 at the beginning of that season, maybe 29. Reaching the end of his prime will start to decrease, especially that type of athletic point guard who can't shoot. We've seen it with Derrick Rose. I personally believe we'll see it with Russell Westbrook. There will be a decline in his ability, if not in the game, in real life. So we'll see what we're going to do with him. Bradley Beal's contract is backloaded, but he's young. I project he'll probably get up to 89, 90 by next year, the next season. We'll see how he does. So that contract isn't terrible. But if you look down, again, that Dwight contract will get lower next season. Otto Porter, 82 overall. I think they overpaid for him, especially with that player option. He's going to accept that in 2021. So that's something to keep an eye on. If you look down here, 77 overall. Markieff Morris, 8 mil, 8.6 mil is not a bad contract, but right there, Jan Mahinmi. I think that was signed in the 16-17 season at the offseason, so that's why we see that high number. It does decrease every year, but for what you're getting, essentially a backup center who's averaged probably 7 and 5 his career, not even that, 5 and 4. Doesn't rebound particularly well, isn't a very good defender. You're not getting much from him. So we'll see what we're going to do there. We actually, before we start, let's just set the lineup real quick. John Wall, Bradley Beal, Otto Porter. That will be the lineup. We added Jeff Green in the offseason. Jan, I don't want to give him minutes, but with that contract, and we might look to trade it at the deadline, but we need to give him minutes to boost his stock. We're going to have Kelly Oubre. He's actually going to be the second guy off the bench. We'll give him 21, 19, 17. We'll go 15. We'll give him 11. Kind of sweeten the pot there for teams that might be interested in a backup center near the deadline. If we are not contending, if we are, maybe we can look to package him, maybe in a pick for someone better. We'll see what happens. Before we start, I'm going to send Thomas Bryant to the G League. Because this is a realistic rebuild, I don't believe that they will send Troy Brown to the G League. So we will keep him up. It'll stun his growth a little bit, but it's more realistic in the way they do it, and we'll send Devin Robinson to the G League. So, with all that housekeeping stuff, not too exciting here at the beginning, but we are going to check back at the deadline and see what's going on. I will see you then. All right, so we have made it to the trade deadline. yeah, I'd like to stop and make some offers. So we were 32 and 22, but if you can see, we lost 5 in a row. We were in the second seed, about 3 back of the second seed, and then some things went terribly wrong. A couple of other things to keep an eye on, like the Bucks are like 18 and 1, and then have gone like 10 and 24 in the past month or two. So a couple things to keep an eye on there. The East is wide open without LeBron. So after we check some stats on how our squad's doing, we have a lot of wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 guys scoring in double figures, which is actually pretty much unheard of to have that many guys. I mean, these 3, 4 guys are barely in double figures, but they're there. That's actually really interesting to me. Um, Before I look at deals at the deadline to kind of bolster the lineup, I might. I mean, I like that everyone's scoring, but I'm actually going to do this just to make sure that our best players are getting the ball and are getting the shots. I'm gonna check. I'm sure John Wall's not getting as many shots this year as he has in previous years. Um, Shots per game. Well, I mean, it's there somewhere. I'm sure. I mean, he's getting less minutes. I might have to bump his minutes up a little bit. We'll do that real quick. We're going to just decrease these guys a little bit. All of those guys. Bump these guys up big time. Give Otto some more minutes. Make him earn that payday. All right, so they're going to get some more minutes. Maybe even out that stat a little bit. Even out those stats. Let's see what we can do with this roster. I like the point guard. I like the shooting guard, at least for now. Small forward's good. And I don't want to touch too much. Chemistry's good. 92 chemistry. Dwight not having his best year. I might take advantage of that contract now and try to match him up with someone better. Let's see if I can get I want a center who stretches the floor. If I could do a deal for like an Al Horford, that contract is bad. Yeah, that contract is rough. Like Marc Gasol, the contract's not horrendous. They're not going to do that straight up. But if I were to give them a first-round pick and say, because I'm doing this 3 to 4 years, let's say I do give them like a Troy Brown, and I'll take back Gary Temple's $8 million. No, someone down here. I'll take Jarrell Martin. Yeah, they're not going to do that. I might just have to trade Finder for Dwight. We'll see what we can get. Thon Maker, not really much of a stretch. Terrible contract. How would be interesting. But I need someone else. I need another playmaker. If I could get like a Rudy Gay, maybe if I had a first round pick. And I will give you... I'll give you Ramon Sessions and you give me... No. They probably won't do that. I mean, I'll take like a Bellinelli. I'll take back Manu. And we'll give you Troy Brown. I'll take Tyrone. All right, so it's Tyrone Wallace, Manu, Marco Bellinelli, Pau Gasol. I think they'll do this. No, they want Manu, which is just unbelievable. I wanted Manu, so I get it. I'll take Dante Cunningham. No, okay. Well, I did want to look to trade Dwight, but if there's nothing out there that I like Trey Lyles is an interesting piece, but I'd need like an Isaiah Thomas to make that work. Like if I could give you Austin Rivers, and I'll take. Oh, okay. I gotta give it more. I mean, I'll take that Joakim contract, and I can just flip it. They might actually do that. Counter offer. I'm not giving up a starting power forward. However, I could just give you Austin Rivers, and you give me Will Barton. Kind of a mega deal going on here. No, they're not doing it. We will keep. He's probably not happy that he's been on the block here, but you know that's the business. I kind of like this. I don't want that contract though. If I could take back, say, if I could get like a Ntilikina, I'll give you a pick, just to kind of prepare for the future. 2 picks. And we can give you Troy Brown. Now, I do kind of like that Enes Kanter one. Courtney Lee. Maybe no, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep Dwight for now. It's been clicking. We're doing okay. Kind of boring so far, but we'll get into some stuff in the offseason, that sort of thing. I will see you at the end of the season. All right, so we finished 48 and 34. Not too shabby. Steph Curry gets the MVP. Marvin Bagley, Tyreke Evans, Giannis, Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn always wins that award in this game. No surprises there. Do we get any All-NBAs? We did. John Wall. That contract. My goodness, that's going to be tough. We're going to have to trade this guy. 17.5, 8. So that was way down from what he has done previously. And the minutes did go up a little bit, but not too much. So maybe we gave him little minutes. It kind of went back to like 3 or 4 years ago, John Wall, without the assists. So we'll see. We got the 3 seed taking on the Bucks. We'll see what happens. I win game 1 by 23 points. Got big games. Jeff Green, 23 points in 17 minutes, 7 for 10. Nice and efficient game for Jeff Green. Let's get into game 2. We're up 2-0. Jeff Green steps back a little bit. John Wall, not the greatest shooting night. Yeah, we'll take it. Again, really balanced scoring for my team. Yeah, Oubre went down a little bit. Jeff Green went down a little bit. But, I mean, they're almost at 10. So that's what we said. 8 guys over 10. And Bradley Beal was the leading scorer. So, yeah, it's an interesting construction of a team. 3-0. Big game from Bradley Beal. Big game from John Wall with the assists. 3 blocks for John Wall. Lose 1. We lose 2. Are we really going to blow this? It's 3-3. All right. That would have been first time in history. Let's not let that happen. All right, so we're on to the next round. Playing the Sixers. Kind of surprised they're 7, 43 and 39. We'll see what happens. We win game 1. Nice game from Satoransky. John Wall, 5 for 11. He hasn't showed out in these playoffs. I think if we get anywhere, it's going to be because of Bradley Beal. Maybe a little bit of Jeff Green. We'll see. Up 2-0. Otto Porter, big game. John Wall stepped up. Bradley Beal, 3 for 11. So, it happens. Up 3-0. 3-2. Okay, I was going to say, 2 straight series, letting it go from 3-0 to 3-3 would not have been ideal for our squad. Giving away too many games. All right, we're playing the number 1 seed Toronto Raptors. Let's check out who they got. Yeah, they got Kawhi, Valanciunas, Lowry, Ibaka. We know this team. They're deep. They're super deep. They play Nagara. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 players that they could play. Maybe not all of them in the rotation in this game. But that's, they go that deep in real life. All right, let's do it. Lose game 1. Lose game 2. All right, it's 2-2. 3-2, I think, yeah. All right. Yeah, so we were eliminated in 7 games in the Eastern Conference semifinals, or Eastern Conference Finals. Better than I thought we would do. I mean, it almost is like we kind of skirted by. We were up 3-0 and then let 3 games go, and then we won it. We were up 3-0, let them come back 3-2, and then we lost in 7. So I would say it is a successful year, but we're certainly not that close to getting over the hump. When you look at the roster, we will sim, and I will see you. Well, let's let this go. Let's see who wins. Warriors win. Honestly, that might be what happens in real life. Raptors, Warriors. Let's go to the offseason. Wizards, Howard to test value in free agency. Well, one thing that I did do during the sim is at the contract extension line, I did re-sign Markieff Morris for 2 more years, and it's front-loaded for 6.3 mil and 6.05 mil. So it's pretty cheap for what he gives. I don't foresee him going down that much. He's 20. He'll be like 31 at the end of it. I think he plays pretty. I guess he's not. Yeah, good inside defense. Good player to have. Always seems him and his brother always seem to be on winner. So we'll stick with him. If not in the starting lineup, we might look to improve that. But he's a good bench player to have. What pick do we have? We're gonna be mid first round, late first round. I'm not. We're gonna do the draft, but I'll show you who I take your rookie signings, and we will go there now. All right. So with the 25th pick, we took Kenny Wooten out of Oregon. Get Troy Brown. A little bit of love there. I might have traded Troy Brown, but we get another Oregon player, 70 overall. He might go to the G League, player late in the first round pick like that. Low overall. We'll see what we can do. We're not going to sign Udoka Azubuike. We will decline that. Let me check real quick. Did I let go of Troy Brown? I did not. So we have Troy Brown. Progressed decently well, considering he didn't go to the G League. Thomas Bryant's now 73. We have Kenny Wooten. And these guys, I think they're going to look like exactly the same. Yeah, so these guys could be brothers. Maybe they are. Different last names. Who knows? Team options. Of course, he accepted that 3.4. He's not going to get any more than that. He's probably going to get the vet men if he were to go in the open market. So we're going to have to swallow that. Maybe we can send him off. Qualifying offers. No qualifying offers. All right, let's see what we can do. We're pretty much strapped for cash. I mean, Otto... We look to move him. I mean, how the roster is currently constructed, we're not getting past the Raptors. What we need, I mean, Otto is a nice piece, but I mean, 11, and that's not going to compete against Kawhi. That's not going to compete against Kevin Durant. We need a better small forward. So we're going to see what we can do. Go to small forwards. I want someone who can shoot decently well. We'll go B+ or better. And both defense, post and perimeter. All right, that's one guy. We'll go C+. All right. No way Carmelo has that defensive ability. We're not even going to look at that. Could I swing a Paul George? Is there any way that they would do like an Otto Porter? Because that contract, it lines up better than I think it would. I mean, yeah, we would have to give them maybe Austin. Would they do that? No, they would not. Yeah, I didn't think they would. If I gave you Troy Brown, does that get the deal done? Because the thing is, if we can get Paul George, then we have Joe Wall, we have Bradley Beal, we have Dwight Howard. I mean, that's a big four right there, even though Dwight's on his way out. I mean, I'll give you Kenny Wooten if you want him. And I can give you picks. I mean, this is like a deal that would happen. You know, like the Chris Paul deal that sent him to the Clippers. It's just a lot of players. And maybe none of them are even close to the value. All right, so they did it. They traded us Paul George. We gave up a lot of picks, a lot of players, and we're going to be in the market maybe for some vets who want to win a championship. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that this could happen. Let's check where the Thunder were. They were the second seed. I'm not positive they would trade him. Maybe Paul George had some rumblings, wanted to be in a little bigger city. DC has a little more to offer than Oklahoma City. But that doesn't... I don't think that helps us cap wise. It actually might have, because he got rid of Austin Rivers. Yeah, it certainly didn't hurt our cap. So if we can get rid of the Mahinmi contract as well, we should have offloaded him in that deal. We might just have to get like a second round pick, like 2 seconds. Yeah, the Hawks want a backup center. We'll do it. So now if you look up there at the middle of the top, we have 11.4 under. By 21-22, we'll have 26. What would be intriguing, and I don't know if it's possible now with the guys that we just got Paul George. What we could possibly do is look to get KD. Was born in DC, I do believe. Didn't consider him that heavily with the Warriors when he went to Golden State, but I think he's going to be looking at some other places. I've heard some reports that he's out there, and he might pick some recruiting pitches. So we'll see if we can recruit him. Come up with a little script to recruit him. But for now, I think this is a winning offseason. We got Paul George. Did trade away all of our young guys. So it's kind of a win now approach. If we can win, I mean, the video's over. So we're going to have to get some of these. I mean, maybe we go after like a D Wade who wants to win another championship as kind of a 6th man, a 7th man. Because we do need. Yeah, we have. So these 2 players who can play, that's a nice contract for him for what he offers. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, we're okay at the guard position. I could see us improving a tad at shooting guard. But I think, honestly, our main focus should be to get a better backup center. Because once we have Dwight, then we have no one. So let's see what we can do. Ekpe Udoh wouldn't be bad. Harry Giles is young. I think we should go after Harry Giles. Not sure what. Is he even there? I don't know what happened right there. I'm not going to worry about it. Harry Giles. I don't know why it's not letting us offer him a contract. But they're not. No problem. We'll figure it out. We don't need him. I kind of like Ekpe. I know he's good defensively. Probably can't shoot to save his life. F. Post defense A, though. That's an intriguing thing that I think they could actually do. Kind of bringing a bet like that on a low contract. We have a mid-level exception. We'll give him $2 million front-loaded with a team option. He should accept that. We have that $5 million exemption. Might look to get a backup shooting guard. Honestly, I might take D Wade. I mean, if he's not wanting, let's look at his offers. Yeah, he's not going back to the Heat. So if we offer him some money, he's interested in some Eastern Conference teams. We just offer him a little more money. And yeah, we can offer him 4. We can offer him 5 for 2 years and a player option. Maybe he'll retire. You never know. We'll do it. Guess we'll sign. Renounce. Yeah, I gave D-Wade too much money. But we'll take Ekpe for now. I doubt D-Wade agreed to that deal. So, yeah, I got another deal from the Cavs. All for the exact same amount of money. Let's give him the exemption for 5. I think I could do this. Yeah, I guess I can't. We'll take Ekpe. I don't know if D-Wade signed or not. He did not. Does he have another offer? He does. They're all the same. He wants to go to the Thunder. He wants to go to Contender. I think with the addition of Paul George, we can't offer him that. Mid-level. Can't offer as much money. We'll give him a 3-year player option. Backloaded. No trade clause. All right, he doesn't. He's not coming to DC, which is fine. We can get like a Tony. I just kind of like Wayne Selden. He can shoot real well, A-. Perimeter D is pretty bad, but I think we're gonna do this. We'll give him a 1-year deal. He'll accept that. eventually accept that. Yeah, so we'll take Wayne Selden. I think he's been on the Wizards before. I don't know. But we'll take him. All right, so this is the squad that we're rolling with. Yeah, Memphis. We'll send him to the G League again. See if we can get him a little higher. Maybe he'll come into play later. Jody riding the bench with that 3.4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players who are fully capable of playing, maybe even starting. Wayne probably for the most likely won't play. That as a bench unit is pretty solid. I might even start Kelly at power forward. I think I actually will. So that is what we're going to do. We'll see him through the rest of free agency, and I will see you at player progression. All right, so John Wall stayed the same at 89. Paul George, 89. Bradley Beal, 88. Dwight went down 2. The decline is starting, but we're not paying him that much, so no biggie there. 1 up for both of these guys. Jeff Green. Udo Risby signed him. He's declining, but cheap contract. Thomas Bryant looking good there, buddy. Wayne Selden's only 23. Maybe we'll even send him to the G League. We'll see. With that, we're going to automate training camps. We'll go to next season. All right, here we are, beginning of the next season. I'm going to be honest with you. You look at this team. Now we'll start Marcus. We'll start Markieff. I mean, we have 3 bona fide all-stars in the East. Maybe even 4. Especially because the East is so weak. We're going to give Selden those minutes. I mean, yeah, Selden's not great. But give him 5, 10, 15. We're trying to win it this year, baby. Here's the deal. Yeah, I mean, if we can't win it this year, then I don't know what I'm doing. If we can't at least make it to the finals this year, I don't know where I went wrong. This team has the potential to go really far. Really solid point guard, good shooting guard, all-star small forward, capable power forward. Pretty solid center. So I'm not even going to make a move at the deadline. This is the team that I'm running with. I will see you at the end of the season. Wish us luck, baby. All right, so the great experiment of Paul George, John Wall, and Bradley Beal did not go too well. Second choice 6 man for Tyreek Evans. Jordan Bell, good for you. Mike D'Antoni, good for you. We get anyone on these teams? John Wall on the second team. That's it. Doncic is already on the 3rd team. Yeah, we were the 8th seed. It's really unbelievable. We had 3 guys basically score 20 points. I guess no one else did much after that. Down year, down year, down year, down year, down year. Maybe a little higher than last year. 80 overall. But yeah, maybe it's the John Wall Bradley Beal thing. Paul George doesn't seem to be able to just get it with anyone. We'll see what we do in the playoffs. We gotta take down Goliath. I doubt it. Yeah, we're gonna get swept. All right, man. I wanted to take this far, and then Paul George was available. I took him. Thought we could make a run at it this year. Man, we get swept in the first round of the playoffs. I mean, with that, not a lot you can do there. No playoff stats. Yeah, man, just we're gonna have to end it here. John played well in the playoffs. I mean, disappointing. I thought this team could take it. Could take on the East, maybe take on the Warriors. I think in real life, maybe they could. They're deep, but it didn't work out. So this is the end of this video. Didn't end how I wanted it to end. If you like this video, hit the like, hit subscribe button. This is a new channel. Let me know what you think, what teams you want to see me rebuild, what ideas you have for other types of rebuilds, like, accept every single trade that is offered, or trade every single player on the teams. Every player must be 30 on our team, that sort of thing. Let me know what you want to see. I will do it all. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Again, this is PW2K Gaming. Peace out, guys.